If you've been looking at high-end robotic pool cleaners, then the Beatbot AquaSense 2 is probably already on your radar. This thing is packed full of high-end features. It promises to clean your entire pool, floor, walls, and water line with AI-style navigation, a massive battery, and some features I've never really even seen before. And it's priced accordingly, but is it actually worth the money? Today I'm going to break it down, test it in a real pool, and rate it across 5 key categories like I've done with other cleaners on this channel. Battery life, cleaning ability, suction power, navigation, and warranty. Let's get into it. Now, just a quick heads up, Beatbot did send me this product, but they don't get to preview this video or influence the ratings in any way. Right out of the box, this thing feels premium. It's got a sleek design. The tracks are solid. It comes with this wireless charging dock, which serves as a really nice way to store it as well. Another small but nice feature is the outer shell has an automotive grade coating, which is going to help it resist heat and sun and wear and just stay looking newer longer. And let's be honest, a product in this price range, durability matters. There's no plugging it in, you just set it down on the base and it charges. It even surfaces itself and auto drains, so you're not dragging a heavy waterlogged robot out of the pool when you retrieve it. It also connects to an app which lets you check the status of the cleaner and even park it on the surface with one tap, which allows you to get it out of the pool without having to fish it out of the bottom with one of those hooks. Another nice thing about the Beatbot AquaSense 2 is that it will lose buoyancy on its own and regain buoyancy on its own. So when you put it in the water, you don't have to force it down and let all the air come out before you let it go. It's not going to get too floaty. It's going to fill itself with water to submerge itself and also unfill itself to float back to the surface. Let's start with battery life. Beatbot says you'll get about 4 hours of runtime in floor mode only, or about 3.5 hours if you're cleaning the walls, floor, and water line. And in my testing, those numbers held up. I ran it several times and I got between 3.5 and 4 hours out of it every time, depending on how much climbing it did. And the battery didn't fade or drop power noticeably near the end of the cycles at all either, which is always a good sign. For battery life, I'm giving the AquaSense 2 an 8.75 out of 10. It's strong, consistent, and lasts long enough to clean even a large pool in one session. And this is one of the few robots that I've tested that really does a good job everywhere. It doesn't seem to have a weak spot. It tackles the floor, walls, and water line all to a very high level. And not just once. It does a double pass on the water line, and in area mode, you can set it to do 2 passes on the floor, the walls, and the water line, which really helps to knock off that buildup that you tend to get there. Its ability to pick up debris is excellent. It handled dirt, leaves of all sizes, and even fine particles like sand and dead algae without just swirling them around and putting them back into the water. Cleaning performance is very good. The double pass scrubbing makes a noticeable difference, especially on the water line and also in the transition from the floor to the wall. I have a curve in my pool. It's not just a hard angle like some pools have, and that curve often has sediment that just sits in there where other cleaners just kind of run over it really quickly. This cleaner kind of stays in there and lets its brushes do their thing right there. So for cleaning ability, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Suction power is where the AquaSense 2 quietly outperforms most of the robots that I've tested. The internal motor setup with the smart filtration system really grabs fine particles. I ran it after a storm where there was a lot of debris in the pool and a lot of fine silt, and after one session, the pool was virtually spotless. It's rated at 5,500 gallons per hour, but it's not just about raw power, it's how efficiently it collects and traps what it picks up. So for suction power, I'm giving it an 8.75 out of 10. Now for me, navigation is a big deal because it doesn't matter how powerful your pool cleaner is if it can't find its way around your pool. The AquaSense 2 uses a system that Beatbot calls CleverNav and SmartSense, which is an AI system that incorporates 16 sensors and a 4-core processor to map out your pool. In addition to the sensor-based mapping, the AquaSense 2 has 4 side-mounted guide wheels that help it to go along edges and corners really well. It's not just about avoiding obstacles, So it actually cleans alongside them really well, which is something that a lot of lower priced robots really struggle with. It runs S patterns on the floor and N patterns on the wall and water line. I never once saw it get stuck, and it gets to every area of the pool. The AquaSense 2 is tied for the best navigation I've seen so far, and that's saying something. It uses a different system than that camera-based AI system that the robot that I recently tested uses, but the results in coverage and reliability to get to all the areas, virtually identical. The real difference being that the AquaSense 2 outperforms the other unit in several other categories. For navigation, I'm giving the AquaSense 2 a 9.5 out of 10. Now, let's talk warranty. This is where Beatbot pulls away from the competition, regardless of price range. They offer a 3-year full replacement warranty, not just parts or repairs. This is hands down the best warranty I've seen so far on any pool robot that I've reviewed. Most companies are offering a 2-year limited warranty, making you jump through hoops if you ever have to use it. Some of the better companies are offering a 2-year full replacement warranty, but this is a 3-year full replacement warranty. If something goes wrong in 3 years, they just replace it. I would say the warranty a company offers is kind of telling me how confident they are in their own product. And Beatbot is obviously very confident. So for warranty, I'm giving the AquaSense 2 the best score I've ever given in this category, a 9.5 out of 10. So let's talk about the pros and the cons. For pros, we have excellent coverage and navigation, even in complex shaped pools like this one. The double pass scrubbing cleans the floor, walls, and water line very effectively. The 10,000 milliamp battery gives it a really long run time with consistent power throughout the cycles. It has a premium build quality with an automotive grade coating that will help protect it from the sun and elements for years to come. It has smart features like surface parking and app control for easy retrieval. And it has what I consider to be the industry-leading 3-year full replacement warranty. The cons are it has a high price point compared to a lot of other robots, but that high price point is really because of high-end features. And the app is a little more basic than some, but to be fair, it's not problematic, and the app gives you plenty of control to do what you need to do with this robot. So the AquaSense 2 is not cheap, but it feels like a flagship. With premium materials, thoughtful engineering, strong cleaning performance, and an industry-leading warranty, it's earned the price tag. And no, this is absolutely not what I would consider a budget cleaner. This is a top-tier model with a price that goes along with it. That being said, I think this is one of those cases where you get what you pay for, and you'll be glad you did. So here's the final breakdown. Battery life, 8.75. Cleaning ability, 9.0. Suction power, 8.75. Navigation, 9.5. Warranty, 9.5. That gives us a 9.1 out of 10, which is the highest overall score I've given to any pool cleaner in any category. So if a top-tier pool robot without compromise is what you're looking for, then the AquaSense 2 is definitely one that you should be looking at, especially if you're looking for one that does everything well performance-wise and gives you the peace of mind with 3-year full replacement warranty. I've got links down in the description for current pricing and details. Those are affiliate links, and they do help the channel at no extra cost to you. I really appreciate it when you use those. Remember to hit like if this helped you out, and hit subscribe if you like pool care tips or real-world reviews on pool tech products. Thanks for watching Clear Water Chronicles, and I'll see you in the next one.